Hi. Are you a high school student getting ready for the college admission process? If so, you're probably thinking about tests, SATs, ACTs, subject tests. My name's Peter Van Buskirk, and for 30 years I worked in college admission. I was a dean of admission for 12 years, and over that period of time I read tens of thousands of college applications, and I came to understand very clearly how SATs, ACTs, and other tests came into play in the admission process. You might be surprised by the reality. The SAT in particular was designed as a diagnostic test to help colleges predict who can do the work in the first year. It doesn't do that anymore. Colleges do like SATs because they like big numbers. They like to be able to say to the world, look at how smart our students are, see their scores. In fact, that's not what the SAT measures. It is not an intelligence test. You're likely to have to take tests regardless. Even though the tests don't really serve a useful purpose in the admission process, you can't get away from it. So you're going to have to take them, but you do have options. Option number one is the other test, the ACT. Keep in mind that every college in the country, every one of them will accept the ACT, the SAT. Try one of each. Find out which one you like best. Focus on that test. You don't need to take both tests 2 or 3 or 4 times. Take the test that works best for you, and no more than 3 times. Number 2, there are now 850 colleges in the country that welcome students without test results at all. Imagine that. You can apply for admission without sending any test results in at all. And if you want to know which schools they are, go to the fairtest.org to find out the list, the complete list of colleges that are test optional. Now, if you're applying to a college and you're concerned that your scores are at their average or below, and they're test optional, why would you send your scores in? You have nothing to gain. A lot of times when I say that to students, their eyes get big and they say, well, if I don't send them in, won't the admission officers assume my scores were low? You give them too much credit. Admission officers really can't read inside of the application like that to see, well, is the student masking a low score or not? What they're really happy about is the fact they don't have to think about the score at all. When my school went test optional, it was like a day of liberation. We were free from the tyranny of numbers. So keep in mind that important option that at many colleges you can apply test optional. And again, fairtest.org is the website that will help you learn more about those testing options. I'm no longer involved with college admission. Instead, I travel the country working with students and parents to help them understand the admission process better so they can make good decisions as they plan for college. One of the things that I really enjoy is the conversation that I have with students. Conversation after programs, before programs, conversation over the internet and on email. If this is the kind of conversation that's interesting to you, stay in touch with me. I post blogs every week from my website, theadmissiongame.com. Check them out. There's a lot that I've written about testing that appears on my website already. In addition, if you have questions, don't hesitate to send me an email, peter@theadmissiongame.com. I am happy to be a friend to you in this process. More importantly, I want to make sure that you have the right information so you can have the best chance of getting into schools that make sense for you. This admission process has an awful lot at stake for you, and getting it right is really important. Too often we become distracted by things like testing and we overlook other important aspects of the admission process. So if you'd like to continue this conversation, stay in touch. It's been a pleasure talking with you today, and I look forward to more conversations in the future. Have a good day.